Ladies and gentlemen, this is Envoy of Kairos returning to you for Terraria Episode 3. It's been a bit since I've recorded this. I was trying to plow through the rest of Celeste and getting the next series started up. You guys won't be seeing that for a little bit yet. But suffice to say, the way I've got things set up now, I'm going to be able to give you guys more videos more frequently and get some more bonus content out to you pretty soon. But for now, it looks like my goal today is going to be trying to get my hands on hopefully an extractinator and enough silt to finally have... Wait, actually, don't I already have infinite silt? Yes, I do, so I just need an extractinator. If I can find one of those, get a good chunk of health and mana, and get more of this map uncovered, because this is kind of pathetic right now, I'll be satisfied with the episode, and if I can cap it off with killing the Eye of Cthulhu, then I will be very, very happy. So, let's jump right into that and skip to whatever the next most interesting moment in the episode is. I think I see something in that little cavern up there next to the lake. Hopefully there's something. Oh hey, there's a chest up there. Okay, what I saw was that vase. What the hell's in this one? How the fuck did I find it that easy? In my last world, it took me somewhere around 5 days, I think, in order to find any. And then just this. I have no idea how the hell I'm lucking out this much with this world. Okay, so to be frank, if I've already got one of those, I don't see much reason to stay wandering around in these caves right now, because I need to get back up to my base and use that extractinator to get my hands on as many pieces of all of the other ores that I can get my hands on, and of course all the gems. That is going to take a long span of farming. So let's see how much I can extract from this. Alright, so not looking at the clock, I've got to guess just by the position of the sun throughout that process in-game. That took about 10 minutes. And it looks like I now have enough of each of these to get an infinite supply of everything besides... Yeah, I've got an infinite supply of everything besides topaz now. Which is weird, because I could have sworn I already had topaz. I guess I might have already had... I know I had some gem in infinite... Oh, I guess it was sapphire. Okay. That's definitely not the one I remembered or suspected, but whatever. But now I have an infinite supply of each of those, which means there's a hell of a lot of new stuff that I need to craft and get prepared. Now that is one hell of a visual. If it weren't a massive waste of inventory space, I'd keep them just for that. There, I'm now decked out with all platinum gear, both armor and tools. I know I don't need that, but I want that. Alright, I think that's all of that covered. There's only one readily available, relatively obnoxious material that I need to get more of at this point, and that would be a bit more topaz, but I'm not exactly in any rush to do that. I actually don't build a lot with yellow materials in this game, and that would largely be because it's just not that appealing of a color to build with in most occasions, and there's only one character that I actually apply it to very often. You'll see why when I get to them very clearly. And, ooh, there actually is one mole I missed. But yeah, that's not something I'm really in any rush to get my hands on, and I'm fine with just finding it naturally instead of going out and hunting for it. So, fully equipped with platinum, and I've almost got 50 stars total, which means I should soon be able to get to the point where I'll just max out my mana and be able to use this diamond staff a ridiculous amount. So, overall, my combat power is looking pretty good right now. As such, I think I'm confident going into the Crimson at this point, and I'm gonna see what all I can get done exploring both sides of the map, all the way to the far ends. Ooh, that's one hell of a drop-off into the Crimson Desert. I like it. Okay, maybe I'm not quite as ready for this as I thought. I might need to get materials to get an infinite supply of a couple different kinds of potions before I'm really ready for taking on the Crimson for any extended time. Traveling through it, I should be fine. Oh shit. I am one tap away from death. I really prefer the Crimson over the Corruption, but at the same time, it is so much more dangerous. Oh god. Okay, that's the first death of the episode. I guess it makes sense it would happen in the Crimson, doesn't it? And here's the Tundra, all the way on the other side of a desert and the Crimson. Well, at least we eventually made our way here. I really do like the Tundra biome. It's just peaceful here. And not to mention, it comes with my favorite wood in the game, frankly. That's the one downside of the Tundra, all of the slowing debuffs. When it comes to building my personal final house in this game, it's probably going to be here unless I find a particular part of the landscape that really stands out to me. And, you know, for the sake of editing, I have the music in-game turned off while recording this series, so I can edit in my own music, which, if you're paying attention, has largely been the Terraria Otherworld soundtrack. You know, with the music off, I've gotten a chance to really embrace the ambient sound in the game. And my god, is that beautiful. It's just so atmospheric. It feels like I'm taking a hike deep in nature in the Tundra, just hearing these sounds. Thankfully without the side effect of freezing my ass off. But then again, it's the end of January in the middle of Pennsylvania, so all I need to do to freeze my ass off is just step outside for about 2 seconds. And if there's any Canadians watching that are going to call bullshit and say that ain't cold, fuck you, it's cold for me. Okay, so we found the dungeon. Sorry, old man, but I am not freeing you anytime soon. I am gonna need Hellstone armor before I can take that on. And I would try and get my hands on Water Bolt, but they nerfed that and made it only available as deep as the dungeon itself. No matter how many books I farm, I'm not going to find a copy of it. Oh, I've got my infinite stars now. That's good. It's actually a pretty interesting geographic feature. I wouldn't mind building a house here and making a really misshapen but intricate and interesting basement out of this. Ah, here's the beach. Wonderful. I'm gonna just take a bunch of this palm wood. And you, my good sir, I don't have a room for you, but I lit up some of the ones under the trees. You can live there. You're an asshole anyway, so you deserve to live in those worst ones for now. I'm not taking your quest because, well, just because fuck you. Oh. Okay, so you could see down there for just a moment that there was a tunnel under the sea, which is a rare little spawn in the new edition, if you're not familiar. There should be some treasure hidden down in that hole, but more so, I'm really gonna want to build something down in that once I can stay underwater infinitely. Once I can do that, I'm going to have a lot of fun just trying to build some hidden undersea base down there. You know, go full Subnautica with it. Oh. Well, got my first gnome to die in sunlight. Here we are back at the jungle. Did I get any mahogany to research before? No, I did not. Now that we're away from jungle enemies, I might be able to survive. Oh no, we're going into a blood moon. Wonderful. You know what? Yeah, I'll kill this one. Oh wow, these things are actually a lot tankier than I thought they'd be. This scenario right here is a formula for getting yourself absolutely slaughtered. Now if this spot right here were purified, that would be real damn interesting to try and build a forest town on. Looting that and getting the fuck out. Oh, I am so lucky that hole was there. There, first one of those dead. And I'm slain. Oh well. Headed back to... Oh, wait. My house is immediately going to get assaulted on all sides. I need to put up blocks on each door so they cannot get in. And there we go. Huh. While doing this research spree, I just realized that I actually already have infinite herb bags. So if I just use that, I'll get all the potion materials I need. Let's see how I'm looking after that. So I'm just gonna go and get some water, because the only thing I'm missing at this point is bottles of water. And the next thing you know, my potion supply is going to absolutely skyrocket, and I should be strong enough to start killing some bosses. And I've now also got a sink for a functional water source in my house. There we go. As soon as I have all of these researched, my potion supply is going to be looking real solid. Okay, so now that I got those potions dealt with, let's look back at those parts of the map I exposed during that whole mess. So, we got a couple of entrances into the underground jungle here, and the one that's looking most interesting to build on to me is actually this area right here. It's pretty wide. You can make a sizable town out of it with some wonderful surrounding decorations. Got a tunnel into the underground jungle right here that can be easily quarantined off. And the area is already relatively well naturally protected from any mobs that will want to invade from either side. So that area right there is looking prime for a jungle village. Now when it comes to a forest village, interesting areas to build would probably be either right here after purifying all of that, or potentially over here, also purified. That's pretty far from spawn. I kind of want to try and incorporate this all into the build. And I would love to have, you know, a functional fishing spot right next to or in whatever place I build for, you know, a forest village. But at the same time, I could easily turn that or that into a functional pond for it. And turning that crimson cavern into something, you know, once it's purified, it'll be solid stone, and that could be a really interesting piece of the landscape to modify. So I think when I do get to making a full professional, you know, endgame forest village, this right here is going to be the most likely spot for me to do it. Obviously, when I build a beach one, it's going to be over here. It's a wider beach, it's a wider stretch of ocean. This is just going to be much more entertaining area to set it up, and I already plan to build something in that underwater tunnel over there. Although, two other really interesting places I could potentially build one. I mean, right here, this whole expanse here, that part is very interesting. Just so many good options. And then for the tundra, this is actually a very small tundra biome on the surface. This valley mountaintop combo right here is... yeah, that's geographically relatively interesting. I can definitely see myself coming up with some pretty cool stuff to fill that in with. And then for the desert, we already spoke about this in episode 1. This oasis and this pyramid, and the fact that this small grassland space here is not large enough for any point in it to not be considered desert. That's going to be perfect for a desert town. And then underground, I haven't quite found anything that I would want to turn into an underground town just yet. But, you know, I'd want it to be somewhere a little deeper, you know, close to the cavern layer, near lava, but not quite. So I'm going to be going deeper down, yet probably following this, and see if I can find something down that way, away from this mushroom biome. Overall, though, I quite like what I'm seeing. Just the one thing I need to be wary about is that all of these areas I want to build, as soon as I go into hard mode, all of it's going to change. Although the geography is going to be the same, I'm going to need to do a lot of cleansing to clear out the different biomes. And I gotta see what side the hollow lands on and what areas here end up overtaken by that. So that's going to complicate things a bit when I get there. But overall, I kind of like how this world is turning out, and although I didn't exactly make any building progress this episode, I got a lot of materials. My potion stock is looking good enough that I can take on some bosses soon. So next time we play, I'm gonna have to do some serious combat at... oh no. Okay, ladies and gents, it looks like we are getting into a boss fight to end this episode, because right when I was planning on ending it, it starts raining slimes. We all know what this is, and you know what? I'm gonna expedite the process. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time to take on the Slime King. The only problem is fighting the Slime King during the slime rain means there's a whole shitload of ads during the fight. And, oh god. He actually hit me for a lot of damage there right off the bat. I might still be in trouble. Okay, I'm going to do a little, research right in the middle. Wait, how did I spend all... I spent all of my stars making those mana regen potions. Shit. Oh god, that's a lot of ads chasing me. It's a good thing I've already got those stronger health potions. Hey, it looks like I'm actually gonna beat him on the first try in Master Mode. That's cool. Ah, I forgot how much faster he gets when he gets on low health. Come on, die already, a bouncing sack of shit. Yes! And he is dead. Wait, holy shit, did I get this... I got both of his trophies on the first kill. Are you shitting me? Yep. I mounted his trophy over my fireplace. I just have to. And you know what? Next episode, I'm gonna kill him 2 more times so I can get an infinite number of that treasure bag. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. That's definitely gonna be enough for tonight. This episode was not as much progress that I had hoped in some ways, and more progress than I had expected in others. Overall, pretty satisfied with it. I've got a lot of the map figured out. I've gotten a lot of very necessary items and upgrades. And next episode, we should be able to do a hell of a lot more. So, that'll be all for today. This is Envoy of Kairos, signing out, and I'll see you all again very soon.